Did you ask for the new commander skill description? Well, I have it in this video. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. My name is Legend Ronnie and today we're going to talk about the new infantry commanders that are going to come into Rise of Kingdoms. We're going to talk about their skill description because I just found out this information from a Russian website which does guide for Rise of Kingdoms. It says that the following information is unofficial, written and published from a draft on September 28, 2020. The reason they wrote this, I believe, is just because they want to cover themselves. In any kind of situation or for whatever reason, they just want to make sure they are covered. That's the reason why I also wrote unofficial in the title. Going back onto the site, you're noticing that they have the skills, how the skills of the commanders look like. So I would say that this is very official, but this is just my belief. I had to write unofficial on the title because this is from a website. My belief is that it is as legit as it can be. I went through the skills already before. They look not very overpowered. They look quite alright in terms of their descriptions. And this is another belief on this skill, that they have the actual descriptions. This is the actual description. They just didn't want to put everything in it. It wrote over there, I won't say a multiplier secret, LOL. I mean, come on, for real. If Harald's troops are not surrounded, they inflict direct damage. They didn't want to say how with the multiplier to the current target. So it does a single target damage, which makes me believe that it's kind of a big nuke, something that it's YSS, right? We have Issun Sin or YSS, I like to call him YSS. It does 2000 direct damage factor if it's a single target when he is on the field. And when he's on the garrison, he hits up to 3 targets with 1400. So I'm pretty sure that this guy does the same. That's a big nuke if it hits a single target, and if it hits multiple target is smaller damage and with AoE, or probably similar. When surrounded, troops will inflict direct damage to up to 3 targets. So again, it's just not showing the direct damage because that will implicitly say that he actually has the information. Up to 3 targets within the radius of the effect, the damage of each next target is reduced by 15%. And there is an addition to these skills. Applying the same skill, Harald's troops will receive a good bonus to damage for a few seconds. I would say that this is going to be pretty OP. My belief is that he might just be a skill commander rather than an attack, but he might just be attack. We will see. I still have a strong belief that he might just be an attack commander. I already see this as a pairing with either Guan Yu, second to Guan Yu, or him first and Alexander the Great as a second. I kind of see this pair already being pretty OP. Going on to the next skill, Viking Battle Axe. Harald's infantry, when attacking fortresses and cities, will receive a bonus attack and a chance to reduce this damage when receiving damage. I'm not sure if the translation is quite alright on this one. The damage reduction effect can be triggered once every couple of seconds. I would say that they want to mean by this that is that he receives an attack bonus when he's hitting fortresses or city, and he has a chance to reduce the damage that he receives from fortresses and city. This is what I'm trying to understand, which is pretty OP, to have bonus on attack and as extra to reduce the damage from what you're hitting. That's pretty good. Going on to the third skill, Varangian Guard. I hope I'm spelling it right because I was thinking of something else. Infantry under the commander of Harald Sigurdsson. This is just another name for Harald Handrada, gains a passive attack and speed bonus on the march. Means that it's something similar what we have on Alexander. Passive bonuses, attack and march speed. When Harald uses an active skill, his infantry will receive an increased attack bonus. So a lot of things are based on his primary skill because he gets attack bonuses even on his primary, after his primary for a couple of seconds. Will receive an increased attack bonus. but will lose a percentage of defense, negative defense bonus. The effect lasts 8 seconds and can stack up several times. That's pretty significant. I believe that the 8 seconds might just not be enough. If he doesn't have a skill talent tree, I'm not sure that you can stack this up. It might be very tricky in a rally situation. I'm talking about rally situation, not a field battle. If he doesn't have, because I'm thinking about Attila and Takeda, right? I'm using them a lot and I'm rallying with Attila Takeda a lot, so I pretty much know. I believe it's way more than 8 seconds when Attila comes back on attacking, so the attack tree doesn't generate so much rage. It kind of needs a skill talent tree if you want to generate the necessary rage so you can keep stacking this up. Obviously, we will see when is the official release how they're actually going to be and if they have the skill or the attack. So far looks very interesting with the stacks. But on the next skill, remember this skill because on the next skill, this is going to be even more interesting. It gets interesting as it goes. Stamford Bridge. When Harald is on the map with his troops and deal damage, the commander with a certain probability will use an active skill and will give his units immunity to any decrease in defense for a few seconds. This skill can trigger once every couple of seconds. So hold on. How is this gonna work? This fourth skill, it gives him immunity to decrease defense, but his third skill, it gives him a negative percentage in defense when he's using an active skill. So which one is it? Is he gonna get negative bonuses or is this getting cancelled by the fourth skill, which gives him immunity to decrease defense? The reason I'm saying that this is getting pretty OP is because there's a lot of commanders out there that decrease defense. The commanders that decrease health, there's just too few. The decrease defense, that's a lot of them that do that. We might have another Attila version for infantry, I would say, just with more active skill damage. I also have a strong belief, since whoever wrote this, they didn't want to put the numbers on this 4 skill on Stamford Bridge. This is a with a chance to trigger a separate active skill damage. So it has its primary active skill damage, and this is a secondary. Like Guan Yu, for example. Guan Yu has his primary skill with 2000, and then he has his additional active skill damage on his 4 skill, which does additional damage. There's plenty of commanders that do. There's El Cid has his primary and that has additional. With William as well has his primary, and then on his fourth or third, I think third, has additional damage. This is what I'm believing on this commander. This is a separate active skill which might have nothing to do with his primary. The defense immunity, will this be affected when he's going to use his primary as well? Probably a lot of tests need to be done. But if it's going to get active by his primary, then he will never going to get the debuffs from his third skill. And this kind of makes sense with the stacks, like I was just talking, every 8 seconds. If this is gonna work with his 4 skill as well, then there's very high chance that you're never going to lose these stacks or of whichever bonus this is going to be. Looks really good to me. Going on to his expertise, things are getting even more better. This is an improved Berserker skill, but with different multipliers and percentages, meaning that it's bigger and higher nukes. Now let's go into Zenobia. This is her active skill. So when she's using her active skills, is going to heal an allied or herself, and on the next turn is going to heal herself. Now it makes more sense, because the way the translation is done there, it was very confusing. Desire of Rule, this is her second skill. Zenobia's infantry gain a health bonus and an attack bonus. All units of this commander do more damage to summoned armies. I believe by summoned armies it means rallied armies, because we don't really have summoners in Rise of Kingdoms. But yeah, it's just a translation problem. I'm pretty sure it means by rallied armies. Well, that's pretty solid. Attack, health, and attack bonus, and in the same time, more damage to rallied armies, or probably your opponent's armies, I suppose. So another wannabe Richard or improved Richard. I mean, that's gonna be crazy. So many people will just go Richard Zenobia, Richard Zenobia. I can guarantee you that if she's going to be like this when she's officially released, And she's gonna do heal on the first and second turn. Oh my god. It's just gonna be Richard and Zenobia every freaking where. It's a nightmare. I already see it. Somebody wake me up from this nightmare. Peerless Beauty. This must be the third skill. Zenobia can command a garrison, so she can if she wants to. When a commander leads the garrison of your city or fortress, all his troops take less damage from normal attack and deal more damage with normal attack against enemies. Just a normal damage reduction, passive normal damage reduction, and passive attack bonus when she's in garrison. Now let's go to her fourth skill, Humane Rule. When Zenobia is leading the garrison. Alright, so this is one thing that kind of triggers me a little bit. She has three skills that are related to the garrison, or I believe that are related to the garrison. Two of them, pretty sure, but the third one, I'm not 100% sure. The first one is here on the second one when it says all units of this commander do more damage to summoned armies. This must have something to do with garrison as well, I'm pretty sure. After that is this one, which is pure garrison. When a commander leads the garrison of your city or fortress, all his troops take less damage. And this is a problem with the wording, which confuses a lot of people. It says leads, because this kind of makes you wonder she needs to be primary for this to actually work, or she works as a second. All skills work as primary and as secondary. Yeah, this confuses a lot of things. I'm not sure why they put that there. Or maybe it just works when she's leading, not when she's a second in command. She doesn't accept second in command, so don't. Probably a lot of tests needs to be done, or ask the support about it. Humane Rule. Apparently another garrison bonus. Infantry commander with so many garrison bonuses, it's unbelievable. When Zenobia is leading the garrison of your city or fortresses, her troops' attacks inflict additional damage to the target units every second. Whoa. So it's not a chance? I mean, I don't know the translation, if it's right. Every attack. That's crazy. Every second. This skill works with a certain probability. Okay, it works with a certain probability, damage multiplier and duration. So you have a chance to inflict some damage. I was concerned for a moment over there, like doing every second additional damage. The delayed damage effect can trigger once every couple of seconds. Alright, makes sense. That's interesting. So healing, damage, defensive, all in one, pretty much. But she's made for Garrison. I mean, healing in Garrison, this has been proven so many times that it's just not working. Nobody uses Richard in Garrison anymore. Why would someone want to use her? We have to test it out, but I just have a feeling. Rise of the Queen, expert skill. This is an expert skill and differs from the Queen of Palmyra. Skill in the healing multiplier and percentage. Probably more healing. Zenobia heals an allied unit nearby of her own with a minimum percentage of soldiers remaining. 2 units if the commander heads the garrison of his city or fortress. Alright, so it's gonna heal 2 marches if this is a commander in a garrison. If the commander heads the garrison of his city or fortress. The way it's worded here, it says that she might need to be first. She need to be the garrison leader for this to work. Again, a lot of tests need to be done. And the next turn heals her unit. Units healed by the skill will receive a health bonus for a few seconds. So this is just an improved version of his primary skill, and in addition to the improved version, meaning more healing done and probably more health bonus, it heals 2 units. A lot of healing and a lot of garrison and defensive option for this commander for Zenobia. I wasn't expecting another commander with heavy healing, and there you have it. The only thing that triggers me too much is how much garrison skills she has. If this is really the official skills or not, we will find out when they release. But I just want to put this out there because I was asked in the comments of my previous video to do the skills of the commanders. When they're gonna be official release, we're gonna compare and we're gonna do the official skills. But like I said, this looked very official to me. As the way it looks over here, the commanders looks pretty legit. The skills, which I didn't have the looks of the skills, and what she's holding in her hand compared to what my picture is, everything looks much better. Zenobia looks a little bit weird, to be honest, with all the healing and all that. I really have a feeling that Richards and Zenobia will fly everywhere with super healing and never dying marches. But I also believe that Harald might be pretty OP, either with Guan Yu or with Alexander. Tests and a lot of things need to be done, but yo, this looks pretty good. Attila version for infantry with Harald? New meta on the roll. Until next time, this is your boy Jerome signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there.